We're playing a game of right or wrong.
Okay, let's do it.
So, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver suggested NBA expansion is coming. Vegas has long been rumored as a home for an NBA team, and soon there'll be a four-sport city. Right or wrong, Vegas will be the best sports town in America.
Oh, wrong by a mile. Now, it will be awesome to have 4 teams in Vegas.
So, who is the current
Well, I'll
best
get
town?
to that. Let me get to that in a second. Let me first explain why Vegas won't be. Number of things very difficult for warm weather places with awesome things to do being the best sports town. So, why is LA not a great sports town? Because of the beach and the mountains. That's why. Because there are so many other entertainment options, and another problem is cities that are disproportionately transplants don't have like the lifelong fan loyalty. We lived in Houston. Houston, not a good sports town. Sorry. I know people in Houston might get mad at me. Good football town. Okay baseball town. Bad basketball town. Not a great sports town. Miami, not a great sports town. Doesn't mean there aren't great fans, but is it the lifeblood of the city? No. Vegas, wildly disproportionate amount of transplants. It will be tourists, fans of opposing teams at a lot of these games. Like, oh, what road trip should we go on? Let's go to Vegas, see our team play, hit the strip, all that stuff. So no, those are not your best sports towns. Your best sports towns are either small markets like Buffalo or Kansas City, where the entirety of the Green Bay, the entirety of the town's identity is built up in having a pro sports team. I used to say this all the time about my hometown. I've probably said it on the podcast. The only difference between Kansas City and Des Moines is we have the Chiefs and the Royals and they don't. Like, that's it. The reason, when I say I'm from Kansas City, people are like, oh, I know that place. It's because we have the Chiefs and Royals. I don't know that Kansas City is markedly bigger than, like I said, Des Moines or Lincoln, Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha's a great example. Like, what does Omaha have? Is Warren Buffett there? College World Series is there? I don't know. And the very best sports cities are cold weather, northeastern, angry places. Just are. Where the people's entire identity is wrapped in the sports team. There is not a lot to do because the weather sucks so much, and what it is you go to a game. So, Detroit's not northeastern. It's a great sports city. Chicago, there is a lot to do. It's a very good sports city. But Boston and Philly, and probably third place New York, are your best sports cities. Now, it also creates the craziest fans and the most irrational ones, but nicer weather, more entertainment options is
that not New York, though?
Well, New York's
Because no matter what the weather, you could still be outside and doing so many things.
New York's unique. And New York's a pretty damn good sports city, despite all of the other options, because there are so many people that you know what I mean? You just have so many. Now, you might say, what about Los Angeles then? Has that many people? Los Angeles had so many transplants. Sports are not the biggest entertainment option because of Hollywood. And the beach really takes away. Like, there is... Sure, yeah, exactly. There is not a single, what I would consider, great American sports city that also has an awesome beach. Tampa's not a great one. Miami, Houston doesn't have an awesome beach, but it does have a beach.
Who's going to Galveston though?
A lot. I understand, but
Who's gonna put Galveston with good
no,
beaches?
no. But L.A., San Diego, San Francisco, coastal places is not great sports cities. As far as where the NBA should expand to, Vegas and Seattle make the most sense. I know people want me to say Kansas City.
You don't think Kansas City should have a basketball team?
I would love it. Kansas City's a college sports city. For basketball. It's Jayhawks fans. We had one. We lost it.
What team was that?
The Kansas City Kings. They went to Sacramento.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
So people say Virginia Beach should have one. I guess that's a huge city that I just am not familiar with. If you wanted to put one in the Midwest, Kansas City would be the place. You have Oklahoma City, you have Denver, you have Chicago. Kansas City would make sense, but I don't think you need to expand by 4 teams. I think expanding by 2 and doing Seattle and Vegas probably makes the most sense. I also think that I'm trying to think if there's another city, another kind of area of the country that needs a team. I mean, you can't do anywhere in what's called the Big West, like Idaho, Montana, the Dakotas, Wyoming. You just can't have pro
Haven't heard of
sports
those
teams
states
there.
in a minute.
Yeah, you can't. It's a crime that those 5 states have 10 senators. Give me a break. It's like 85 people live there. Sorry for the people watching the show, but it's not really one person, one vote. When this state with 400,000, well, they're real states, but the founders didn't expect one state to have 400,000 people, another to have 40 million, and you have the same number of senators. Give me a break. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.